All right, friends, it's T, and I'm back with another video, and it's on Greg Doucette. EAAs are better than real food. Science explains. Well, I just wanted to do a quick recap review on this. Why not? Something to do.
Free-form essential amino acid ingestion stimulates MPS more than an equivalent amount of intact protein. This, for example, stimulates more muscle growth than real food, for example, steak, eggs, chicken, beef, liver, you name it, more. Is that hard to understand?
I have no idea. It stimulates muscle growth, but does it grow muscles?
Breaking news on EAAs. Many people have doubted this in the past, but this just out. And remember, this is from a very credible source. The Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition. Wait till you see what they say about essential amino acids. In the past, as you know, many bodybuilders have raved about the benefits of EAAs. Perhaps you've heard about BCAAs, and many people felt this is garbage. They don't do anything. It's essentially useless. It's just flavored water. But bodybuilders, because of their experiments, they've known this for years, that EAAs can in fact make a huge difference. And I know that right now you're doubting.
I don't think they do, but I don't know. They're supplements, man. They're synthetic. They don't do shit.
Me, you're thinking this is just an ad. It's not just an ad.
Here's a question. We all know that muscles reach a myonuclear domain size limit, an MND size limit. So how do you get over MND size limit? See what I mean? During hypertrophic process, it reaches an MND size limit. Are you saying that EAAs can get over that? Not that I know of. I don't know anything that gets over that domain limit other than you have to injure muscles to get over that MND size limit. That's how you get over it, really. But these EAAs, they don't get over it. And you're probably asking, what is this MND size limit? What is this MND size limit? Well, okay. So I'll show it to you. People on my channel, they already know this. They're going to get bored hearing this. So here you go, MND size limit right there. All right. So MND size has a ceiling limit during hypertrophic process, beyond which extra myonuclei are donated by satellite cell to support further muscle growth. So it's got a ceiling limit during hypertrophic process. It's beyond support further muscle growth. You need these nuclei because they synthesize protein. It doesn't matter how much protein you eat. Look, in order for growth to happen, hold on a second. In order for growth to happen, if muscle is going to gain mass, protein synthesis must exceed protein breakdown. We do know that. While it may be common to view resistance training as a powerful stimulus for protein synthesis, it is also important to recognize that as a signal for breakdown. We all know that. But in order to bypass that myonuclear MND size limit, man, it is extremely difficult. You have to injure muscles to bypass it, to get the progenitor cell, the satellite cell, to donate its nuclei, because they synthesize protein to further that domain. That's why you're all stuck on newbie gains. Why are you stuck on newbie gains? And I can prove this too. This is from nuclei overload training. All of you love this nuclei overload training thing. You go down here at the bottom somewhere. Hold on, there's a map here. I just misplaced it. Shit. Here it is. Somewhere over here. I don't know. Here it is. This map, a nuclei overload training, precedes hypertrophy and not lost on detraining. Whatever. So you see here it says untrained first training satellite cell fusion. You come into the gym. Every person that whatever training that they do for the very first time, when your body is untrained, lifting boxes, swimming, ice skating, rock climbing, lifting a weight in a gym, anything that you're untrained doing that is physical, and it is, how should I put it, hammering, even a hammer, hammering nails, your muscles are untrained, you'll get a donation of this satellite cell, and then you'll get this hypertrophy. But when you detrain, retrain, you'll never get it again, ever. You'll never get it again. You're simply going to the gym to turn over protein. What is this? These are nuclei. That satellite cell fusion, what is it? It says nuclei. In this model, nuclei are permanent. Previously untrained muscles acquire newly formed nuclei by fusion of satellite what? Cells. Preceding hypertrophy. The question is, what are they fusing to here? Well, you're going to say they're fusing to the myofibrillar. Okay, how do they fuse? How do cells fuse to a myofibrillar? How do they fuse to it? What happened to your muscles when they were untrained and you first came into the gym? What was that feeling you got? See what I mean? And I know people are going to say, here's another thing too. People say, well, I'm going to the gym and I'm damaging muscles. Are you damaging muscles? Are you damaging? It says recently advances in the understanding of the repeated bout effect, the protective effect against muscle damage from a single bout of eccentric exercise. The repeated bout effect refers to the adaptation whereby a single bout of eccentric exercise protects against muscle damage from subsequent eccentric bouts. So are you getting damage if it's protected? Are you bypassing M&D size? Are you getting damaged? Are you building any more muscle? Exactly. What exactly are you doing here? And even if you are exceeding this, protein synthesis needs to exceed this breakdown to get that mass, reach the M&D size limit. Are you getting any bigger after newbie gains? No. And then all these guys are going to tell you, well, you're lucky to build 5 pounds of muscle an entire year. You need an expert to tell you how to get over that domain so you can further growth of real muscle. I'm not talking about this kind of muscle here. All the fake muscle that it's the secondary shift all of you are getting. Let me find it here. Hold on a second. I thought it was here. I think I lost it. Here it is. This is what you're all getting as trained athletes. Now, when you're trained, this is the muscle growth that you get because you're not bypassing myonuclear domain size limit. It has an M&D size limit. So what is the secondary shift? Well, muscle fiber hypertrophy response to 6 weeks high resistance training and trained young men is largely attributed to sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. And you're probably wondering, what is this sarcoplasmic hypertrophy? What is this exactly? Yeah, well, I'll tell you what that is too. Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy is a kind of artificial muscle growth. You train the muscle for no other reason than to visually increase its size. See that? That's it. It's water. There's no density in the muscles. It's just water fluid. That's what you're training your muscles for. Yeah. It's artificial muscle growth. There you go. So the question is, how do you build real muscles as opposed to these artificial muscles, which everybody's getting? And people on steroids, that's what they're getting. They're not building it either. Steroids don't get you over it. BCAAs don't get you over M&D size. None of these things.
And I know that right now you're doubting me. You're thinking this is just an ad. It's not just an ad. I'm talking about actual science. That EAs can make a big difference in your ability to...
Yeah, actual science. It's going to make an ability. Yeah, it's going to get you over M&D size, even though that doesn't get you over it.
Build muscle. And those of you out there, perhaps the jet...
Yeah, it's going to help you build muscle. You're skating uphill. You're breaking down proteins going to the gym, like it said there. There's an open window for protein synthesis, but there's also an open window for protein breakdown. And you're coming back and just putting back the protein you keep breaking.
The biolanes are things.
Isn't that funny? Coming to a gym forever, breaking proteins down and just putting them back where they were. And then the growth that you do get is through glycogen because you're eating herbivore diet, which is artificial, your artificial diet.
Yeah, well, show me a mechanism of action. Show me that it actually works. How does it work? Well, it shows it. Mechanism of action. The importance of muscle protein.
Oh, the importance of muscle protein turnover. It's important to go to the gym and keep turning over muscle so you get absolutely zero growth.
Turnover. And so what essential amino acids do is they signal the body to begin to build muscle. Remember what I said? There's 5 opportunities for muscle.
Oh, so they signal to build muscle. Wow, that's how it gets over MND size limit? I thought how to reach the ceiling limit during hypertrophic process. Oh, okay.
Protein synthesis to occur? Well, when you consume essential amino acids, it signals the body to now let's get on it. Let's start to build muscle. Let's repair
What type of muscle? Oh, it's going to repair. Repair what, though? There's no more damage.
the muscle. Let's get it rebuilt.
It's going to repair the muscle. And it's going to get rebuilt, even though we know that it said there it's protected by the repeated bout effect. There's no more damage after repeated bout, bro.
Right now. And so this can add on to and make it better those 5 opportunities for muscle growth to occur.
See how he's fooling you? This is how the industry has fooled you. They're telling you you're repairing muscle. What are you repairing? Oxidative damage and hypoxia. And it ain't muscle damage because you're not getting that no more. So what exactly are you repairing? I'll tell you what you're repairing. Oxidative and hypoxia damage. Yeah, you're hypoxing, damaging your body. And your food is filled with toxins like oxalates. They're damaging your muscle. So that kind of needs a repair too. But that doesn't build muscle. Oxidative stress, hypoxia, and oxalates. Duh. That type of repair doesn't build muscles. Yeah.
And not only that, the essential amino acids, they don't just signal the body to build muscle, they're actually involved in the...
So you're actually destroying your body and repairing a destruction in the body. You're getting it to repair some destructive stuff, the wrong kind of damage. Wow, this is wonderful. This is great to know.
process of building muscle. They are essentially the building blocks. Think of it, essential amino acids.
They are the building blocks, but they'll only build back that which you lost in the session. Yeah.
They are essential for building muscle. And so if you add...
They are, but they can't get you over MND size limit. You understand me? Only the satellite cell can.
EAAs, it can and will help to promote muscle growth. And people are going to say...
It will and help that muscle growth to be restored, but it won't further that domain, that's for sure.
Yeah, but if I'm already getting enough protein, I eat plenty of meats, chickens, and so on, that it's not going to work.
Yeah, you can eat as much chicken as you want. It too ain't getting over that MND size limit, bro.
Well, the paper actually says this is not true. If you consume essential amino acids on top of your protein, that you're going to, in fact, build even more muscle. And so I'm going to go over the
Oh, if you put more on top of it, you're going to build even more muscle. That's a lie because... you need these nuclei to synthesize protein to further that domain. Otherwise, it goes into a secondary shift like it showed you there, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy in trained young men. That's why all these guys, these bodybuilders are telling you, I'm shooting for the pump because they know they can't bypass it.
Conclusions that this paper has made. Remember, conclusions. Repeated EAA-induced MPS stimulation throughout the day does not diminish the anabolic effect of meal intake. And so what that means is if you have essential amino acids throughout the day, perhaps you're drinking at the gym, it's not going to diminish the effects of having your protein throughout the day. The protein that you've already eaten, perhaps it was in those 5 meals, it does not decrease those effects. And so all it can do is add to it. And so this can allow you to build even more muscle than if you just simply consumed 5.
Then the question is, why isn't anybody building any muscle? If this is the secret to bypassing MND size and you're going to be building muscles and it can do something special, magical, then why aren't you building real muscles? See what I mean?
5 meals throughout the day. Without exercise. Remember, without exercise, without even doing anything, EAA supplementation can enhance functional outcomes in anabolic resistant populations. And so remember,
it can enhance some functions. Okay, that's great. What about MND size?
remember, these are anabolic resistant. Those are essentially what we term hard gainers. They have a hard...
They're anabolic resistance. Hard gainers. Wow. You see, the problem with that, it's made up. The hard gainer thing is made up, like I've mentioned in my video before. It's made up, the hard gainer. You got these newbie gains, you reached an MND size limit. So you call that hard gainer. You simply, it's beyond where the progenitor can donate any more extra nuclei to support further muscle growth. So it's not that you're a hard gainer. You've reached an MND size limit, and you're not a mesomorph. You're an ectomorph trying to grow. See what I mean? Yeah. You're not like them. And here's another thing. You're a hard gainer to gain this artificial muscle growth, the sarcoplasmic growth, because you're not eating enough glycogen. You're not eating enough food, the glycogen stuff, bro. That's all. It's based on glycogen loading.
Time building muscle. And so think of it. You're not training in the gym. You have a hard time building
It's called training for the pump. Now, it's a secondary shift in trained people.
muscle. You consume essential amino acids and it helps you to build muscle. And so another thing to keep in mind is it's
Yeah, you eat essential amino acids and it's just going to magically build these muscles out of thin air. Yeah, like breatharian diets.
very safe. You're not going to damage your kidneys. It's not dangerous. You're not going to overload on protein. And so if you add in EAAs on top of perhaps you're having 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight anyway, it's not going to put you at any risk for any damage whatsoever. And so don't think that taking EAAs somehow going to cause you.
Yeah, sure.
And so if you were to consume somewhere, we're going to get 7 grams of essential amino acids, more than
You're going to get 7 grams of essential amino acids, bro. Yeah, man.
enough to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. And if you
See, you're going to stimulate muscles of protein synthesis. And what about stimulating muscle protein synthesis? It reached an MND size limit. What exactly are you doing there?
consume 2 scoops, you'd be pretty much at the maximum benefit possible. And so if you want to get Perry-Lite, of course you can. Use code Greg, 10% off. Click the link in the description. The muscle protein stimulation by essential amino acids does not require non-essential amino acids. And so if you were, for example, only consume this, nothing else added onto it, it's enough to create muscle protein synthesis. And so only adding in essential amino acids, which is in this, you can get it from other things, of course. There are other companies that sell it. But if you just add that,
See?
I hope you do.
He's got the magic pills, man. You go trade your cow for these magic beans, and you're going to build the muscle with these magic beans, bro. Yes.
7 from this, which is still not real food, is better than 7 from real food. Yeah.
See, you're going to build muscle from these synthetic beans. You don't need real food to build muscle anymore. This is incredible, man. Jesus.
It. EAA requirements rise in the face of calorie deficits. And so
Oh, they rise in calorie deficits. They rise in these calorie deficits. Amazing.
rise in the face of calorie deficits. And so if you're on a cut, if you're dieting, if you're Sam Sulik,
Wow, that's incredible. In a calorie diet, you're going to build muscles. Yeah.
cutting, if you're a bodybuilder and you are eating fewer calories than last time, essential amino acids
You see how artificial cosmetic this industry is? It's so built on lies and fakeness, man.
are even more important. And so when is the best time to take it? If you have to take it at one time, when you're on a diet, when you're on a cut, when you're trying to get shredded for summer, beach, and so on. And so please consider.
Yeah, when you want to look cosmetically cool, be on a cut, look hot and everything on the beach because you want people to glamorize you. Look at what I've done. Yeah, that's the best people could do. I told you, the best these guys could all do is because they can only get skinny. They can only get ripped, skinny, whatever, lose body fat because they can't bypass myonuclear domain size limit. I see lifting channels where people have been lifting for 6 years and they just look exactly the same. They have never changed whatsoever.
Essential amino acids if you're on a cut. And why is this? Well, think about it. During a calorie deficit, it's essential to meet whole body essential amino acid requirements to preserve anabolic sensitivity in skeletal muscle. And so if you're
Anabolic sensitivity in skeletal muscle, yes. It's if you're on a caloric deficit, that's the idea, yes. Anabolic sensitivity. I thought you're on anabolics there, Coach Greg. Why are you on anabolics if this works so well? What are you taking drugs for, bro?
cutting, protein is even more paramount.
Are you a drug addict? Are you a drug addict, Greg? Yeah, man. You look like it too. Look at that accelerated aging in his face. He's aging like a motherfucker.
If you're on a bulk, remember the calories from carbs and fats have a protein-sparing effect.
The carbs from the woo have a protein-sparing effect. Yeah, only if you could bypass MND size limit. That would definitely work, but it don't work here.
More carbs and fats that you consume, the less your body's going to use proteins for energy.
See, the more carbs you eat, the less it's going to use the proteins to build the muscle because of this. Sorry, not that one. Where was it? Here it is. No, that's not the one. I don't remember where it is now. Oh, here it is. Yeah, because in trained people, in trained young men, is largely attributed to sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. See? Yeah, your muscles. I love this stuff. Cellular adaptations that occur during skeletal muscle hypertrophy in response to high volume resistance training are not well characterized. Therefore, we have sought to explore how actin, myosin, sarcoplasmic protein, mitochondrial, and glycogen concentrations were altered in individuals that exhibited mean skeletal muscle fiber cross-sectional area hypertrophy following 6 weeks of resistance training in trained young men. Don't happen. It does. That only happens when you're trained now. It's secondary shift, bro. Building some fake muscles.
More carbs and fats that you consume, the less your body's going to use protein.
See, more carbs than fats. These carbs will build you some nice sarcoplasmic muscles, bro.
For energy. And so if you're bulking, protein requirements.
They are energy. They enter the muscle as energy. Yeah.
They actually go down. Many people think I'm on a bulk. I need to eat way more chicken, steak, and so on. It's not true.
Oh, I'm on a bulk. That's it. Bulking is gonna get me over the MND size fucking ceiling limit, bro. That's it. It's not because the satellite cell is beyond donating these extra nuclei to support further muscle growth. It is a fucking bulk diet that's gonna get me over that son of a bitch.
It's in fact the opposite. When you're on a cut,
I had no fucking clue, man.
that is when you need the most protein. And so when are the best times to take...
Oh, on a cut, that's when you need the most protein. What about people that are on a carnivore diet? You're on a carnivore diet. You're a cut all the time, practically. Ha.
Essential amino acids? Well, for one, if you're one of those people that gets up and does fast...
Wow, this is so complex, man. It's just complicated. It's beyond comprehension and understanding, isn't it, Greg? Yes, make it more confusing.
Anything, you're one of those fasted type people. Oh, I don't eat till lunch. I don't eat till supper. I don't eat for days on...
Yes, Greg, I'm fasted. I fasted. I'm starving. I don't need to eat because I love to starve myself to death. Just say the real word, okay? Just say it, starving.
And you should do it first thing in the morning. Whenever you're not consuming protein, it's even more important. And aside from that, sip it anytime you want, all day long. You can have 1.5 to 3 grams.
Yes, keep sipping these chemicals all day long. You need to sip these chemicals. They are the magic pill, the magic thing to get you over MND size limit. Yes, bro.
Grams here, 1.5 to 3 grams there. And so, for example, you could put Perry-Lite in your jug of water, mix it in, drink it throughout the day. Drink it whenever you want.
And when you destroy your kidneys and liver and your whatever, your body eating these synthetic things, don't ask for a refund.
That's the beauty of it. There's no special time. You don't have to do it any given time. You can sip it all day long and reap its rewards.
See, Coach Greg, 10% off at the bottom, broski. Yeah, man.
Hopefully you learned something. And remember, this is an educational video, but of course
this is an educational video to fool you better than the last time so I can sell you a product. That's why it's so educational, because this is going to solve all your problems. The EAAs.
Same time, I want you to buy Perry-Lite. I'm giving you the science. I'm breaking it down.
I mean, literally, he told you EAAs are better than real food. You just eat that and you're going to build a muscle, bro.
Hopefully you'll be interested in getting Perry-Lite. But remember, you can get EAAs from any other company. I'm just trying to help. Subscribe.
Of course, I'm just trying to help. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like and subscribe. Comment down below. Helps with the algorithm. If you learn something, like, subscribe, support the channel, bro. But if you didn't learn anything, then fuck it. Go away and find another channel where they can help you, because I can't. See you in the next one. Ciao.